So we're back again with Random Marketing Show. Here to talk about if sex actually sells. And the answer is, it depends. One of the fun things about marketing is it always depends. And for having sexualized commercials, it sells to a point. And there was a neuromarketing study where a group of people were showed a very sexual commercial. And only 20% of the people actually remembered the brand in the commercial. So there's a point to where a commercial can be very suggestive and sell the product. And then there's a point to where sex just sells sex. So when you're creating your commercials or trying to suggest a project, remember that there's a break point. So you got to understand that. So you had some instances of some sexualized marketing commercials.
Yes, I remember some very provocative commercials from my earlier days growing up. In the early 2000s, I remember a commercial by Herbal Essence. And it was basically a girl taking a shower and she tries this new shampoo. And when she started putting it in her hair and smelling it, she started making some very provocative noises. And everyone in the house could hear. And it was impactful.
I think everyone remembers that. And yeah, so there's a point to where that commercial wasn't too sexual. It was very suggestive. And that product probably flew off the shelf. I still remember going to the store and being like, Dad, can I buy this shampoo? He's like, why? This is not for you. This is for people. You're an animal.
He obviously had not watched the commercial.
Obviously, yeah. It's funny, he'll be watching this later. Yelling at me. Yeah. And so it's very important to understand that you can create lots of commercials and you create lots of ads, and yeah, many commercials create these very sexualized products, but being more suggestive is actually better for selling products than actually going overboard with some stuff. But there's also some instances where people have kind of gone overboard for reason.
I think one of the biggest ones that I remember, at least when it come to public reaction, was the Carl's Jr. commercial with Paris Hilton.
Yeah.
And she was washing this car in this scantily clad bathing suit.
Yep. And
she started dripping water all over herself. And then all of a sudden, she just took a bite of this big cheeseburger.
I still remember Jessica Simpson? Her like cars broke down and she has a hamburger. And I could have been like, wow, that's a pretty girl. But I was just like, why is she in the middle of like nowhere with a hamburger? Why didn't she eat that earlier? Anyway, I wasn't a normal child. But yeah, that was a very interesting stunt because there are many companies that actually take that type of provocative idea and message and do it on purpose. Instead of staying within the lines, they get a lot of press for it, bad press, but they still get press and they still get their product out there, which is really interesting because that's their whole plan, that's their whole design. I still remember lots of people who got really upset and wrote Carl's Jr. saying that they were no longer going to eat their product because of how suggestive it was.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, there's many instances where, like with Calvin Klein, where they had a very provocative image. They did that on purpose, and they took it down in a couple days, apologizing. So, yeah, it's amazing what people do.
So is it safe to say that people will literally do anything to get their name out there or to get their product out there?
Yeah. I mean, we see it all the time with Facebook and YouTube. This is not towards the sexual, but people put a whole bunch of stupid stuff on Facebook, like us right now.
Right.
We're absolutely not qualified to do this whatsoever. But we're doing it, and we're going to try and make a go of it, and they put these really dumb commercials to get people's attention.
Right.
And all it does is it breaks away people from the norm of watching what they're doing and randomly scrolling through and taking a break and stopping. I mean, it was a marketing agency that literally just had a cat sleeping on the tile, and there was very little words that said, we're a marketing agency. I was like, how does this have to do anything with your product or service? But it got me to stop, and I still remember it. So anything that stops to get your attention usually works, whether it's bad or good. The problem is it intriguing enough for you to actually buy it? So, yeah, there's hundreds of products in there, hundreds of companies that will do a lot of stuff to get your attention, but that's where the nice offer and creating a good ad for your Facebook. Like, you've seen the purple commercials, right?
For the mattress?
Yeah.
Yes.
I love the marketing company behind that, Harmon Brothers. They kind of have a philosophy that a commercial should be as long as it is entertaining. And if you ever watch the purple commercials, you watch the whole thing. They're like 3 or 4 minutes long, where you hear all these gurus like, no Facebook ad should be more than a minute, or all this other stuff. But they keep on proving that a commercial can be as long as you want, as long as it's entertaining.
Right.
And so that's the fun part about marketing, is if you can make something entertaining, even if it's low budget. I mean, we're sitting in my office that is filthy with a couple $100 lights and a fake background on a pop-up table that my mom has. This isn't even a tablecloth. This is a curtain that I found. So we're not working with a full deck here.
It's low budget.
Yeah. As long as it works, as long as it's entertaining, people will watch it. That's
Right.
just how it's always been. All right. That's our show for today, guys. Next week, we'll have something more and fun for you on the Random Marketing Show. That's the name that we decided on.
The Random Marketing.
The Random Marketing Show. We're really high class here. So, all right. We'll see you guys next week.